Yeah, you agree. That's true. That's true. Who are these Orisha or forces of nature? What are their names? Where did they come from? This book intends to discuss the Orisha. I'm gonna try to pronounce all these names, y'all. The Elgba, the Ogun, the Ushi, the Osayan, Obatala, the Aganju, Sango, the Fireball, this and Abel, Ibel, uh, Baba, Luaye, Olkun, Orunmia, Orun. All right, let me spell these ones back. I'd rather spell it to y'all. Okay, we're gonna discuss the Orisha. Elgba. That's one. Ogun. That's another one. Oosi. Osanyin. Obatala. Aganju. Sango. Sango. Ibelua. Bubalai. Bubalaye. OL. OKUNORUNMILAYEMOJAOYA and OSUN. Where did they come from? In order to understand the origins of Orisha, it is important to recognize that the Yoruba culture and religion are synthesis of several cultural and religious systems which were brought into the Yoruba land, Yoruba land, and absorbed by indigenous people. So it was brought to the land and absorbed by indigenous people. Some of the Orisha are indigenous to the Yoruba land proper. Obatala, ESU/ELEGBA, Ogun, Osun, Oramilia, and can trace their origins to Ife, the sacred first city of Yoruba, which, well, when one talks about Sango and Bubai, Baba, Luaye, Oya, and Ushi, they go all the names and shit. So that'll make it seem like I'm crazy. I can see them shits. So their names are kind of hard to pronounce. Them. See, kind of hard to pronounce. I think I'm looking at it backwards, but talking about the Orisha that were transported into the area by waves of northern conquerors and migrators. Whoa. There's a lot of northern conquering going on. So it said the Orisha that was transported, not all of them, some of them was transported by waves of northern conquerors and migrators. The Okun was introduced from the city-state of Benin, Benin. We know from archaeological studies that when ironworking was introduced into the forest lands of Nigeria in approximately 500 BC, there was already a full-fledged terracotta culture in which we today call Yoruboland, Yoruboland, which has its origins in the Nok civilizations, which dates back to well before 1500 BC. We see in 500 BC the revolutionizing of the Orisa, the old gun concept, which mythology and oral history has recorded as an earlier date, and whose mythological concept springs from primordial times. We also know that some 1,300 years passed before developing cities and states in this region. We are forced to unification by the most technical advanced group is said to have came out of the east by 1000 AD. This group under the leadership of Oduduwa. It's like no. But the stripper who rushed to exist. ODUDUWA. ODUDUWA. Some of y'all know who that is. Consolidated his power and took over as the kingmakers. This transformed this word is crazy. It's heretofore independent cities and states into a close-knit, powerful kingdom, which began to be called by outsiders the Yoruba Empire. It should again be noted that the term Yoruba is not an indigenous term, but is coined by the outsiders. ODUDUWI. It's like ODUDUWA's dynasty was established by approximately 1000 AD. The culture and beliefs of the conquerors were fused with the culture and the religious beliefs of indigenous people, which resulted in considerably enlarged and reshaped new culture. For example, when they defied Oduduwa had to be incorporated into the cultural and religious hierarchy of the indigenous peoples, and a philosophical clash erupted as to who would be credited with the authority and responsibility for creation of the world. Let me go back to that. That's this fight we keep having. Now I'm on page 8. There's a lot of pages left. I'm on page 8. Right? And already in page 8, we get into the fight over who created this shit. So the Orisa had this fight too. Everybody had the fight of creation. I'm trying to get to the bottom of it. I'm going to get to the bottom of this creation thing. But I'm going to go back. So I wish I could. I'm going to get these pronunciations down. I promise you, I'm going to get these joints down. But basically it says, Oduduwa had to be incorporated into the cultural and religious hierarchy of the indigenous peoples. A philosophical clash erupted as to who would be credited with the authority and the responsibility for creation of the world. The indigenous people created Obatala, Obatala, with the creation of both the world and human beings. So now the Obatala. So the indigenous credited Obatala with the creation of both the world and human beings. So now I gotta look up the Obatala, which is in this book right here, but now they saying Obatala created all this. Obatala. A lot of people are this one of these right here. All of them this them right here. But the Obatala created people and human beings. However, after the infusion of Oduduwa, it is the Oduduwa who is credited with making the world. Obatala was then relegated to the making of human beings. So they said, Oduduwa, you make the world, and Obatala, you make the humans. So they broke it down. Oh, you make the world, and you make the humans. Same with the Anunnakis and all that. And they said Enlil, Enki, and all them. Everybody up there saying, "No, we splicing. We gonna send you here. We gonna put you over here. We gonna fuck with them. We gonna fuck with." Them. It's a lot with this. That's why you gotta read these books. Right? So you gotta read a bunch of different stuff because everybody got a story. Just like we got a story. We are the story. We wrote the story. I try to believe we wrote the story. But that's for another video. All right. I'll get it. Give me a second. I'll go get your apple juice. Give me a second. Where your cup?
Where?
Go get your cup. All right. All right, go get it out the kitchen. Thank you. My baby's something else. But basically, it's like, so they basically relegated. You create the world, you create the humans. Some of whom were deformed because of Obatala's what did say, fabled drunkenness. They said this motherfucker was drunk, made us deformed. Hold on, pause. All right, baby, hold on. Let me pause. I'll be right back. I'll be back.